हरिः ॐ कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकेर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिं जयत्यतिबलो रामः लक्ष्मणस्य महाबलः राजा जयति सुग्रीवो राघवेण अभिपालितः दासोऽहं कौशलेन्द्रस्य रामस्य अक्लिष्टकर्मणः हनूमान् शत्रुसैन्यानां निहन्ता मारुतात्मजः न रावणसहस्रं मे युद्धे प्रतिबलं भवेत् शिलाभिस्तु प्रहृतः पादपैश्च सहस्रशः अर्धयित्वा पुरीं लङ्काम् अभिवाद्य च मैथिलीं समृद्धार्थो गमिष्यामि विशतां सर्वराक्षसां नमोऽस्तु रामाय स लक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्र यमानिलेभ्यो नमोस्तु चंद्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र जी की जय। नमस्कारः। ई दिनं सुदिनं च मे श्री रामायण लाइफ मैनेजमेंट लेक्चर सीरीज आज तो षण्णवतितम संगोष्ठी 96th sitting on Sri Ramayan lectures at Hindu Temple of Lubbock. And today is the day when the world eulogizes and pays respects to mothers. Dhanya ho. Dhanya ho Srimati Milli Chudasama, Dhanya ho Srimati Hetal Parikh, and Dhanya ho Sabhi Mataye. This lecture is a dedication to Srita Ma and Mary Mata Shri वैकुंठवासी श्रीमती कनकवल्ली जी. What a coincidence! क्या संयोग है, क्या बात है. We are, it happened, so happened. When you have astikas like Srimati Milli and Hetal, they don't want to even cancel 1 week of Ramakatha, the world will run. So what is it? It is coincidence. We never expected that today will be the Mother's Day, of course, second Sunday, May. But on this day, where we are going to, it happened, we are going to be in the 61st Sarga of Ayodhya Kanda, which is nothing but the affection. Valmiki dedicates one whole Sarga to showcase the affection of Mata Kausalya. Dhanya, what else you want? Ramakatha Sudha. So, Kausalya is going to express her affection in 4 different ways. First and foremost, she is so bonded to Rama. She cares for the pain and the suffering Ram, Lakhan and Sita Ma are going to suffer in the forest. That affection, Athita Prema, blossoms into possessiveness. In whole one sarga, Matru Prema, Matru Vatsalya Mahima, Aaj ka charcha, it is perfect fitting. We didn't do it. It came, it flew. Matru Vatsalya Mahima, the power of mother's affection. So what happens? She's so affectionate to Ram, and that becomes possessiveness. She says, why did he leave me? Then once you become possessive, this is the feeling every mata goes through. So they feel very possessive of their kids. And then if something happens in school, they quarrel or they don't get the marks, matas go and fight with the school system. No, my son or my daughter will not have done that. It is a mistake of the examination system. So then it becomes defensive. Kausalya does that. Affection translates into possessiveness. Possessiveness gives rise to defensiveness. Defensiveness gives rise to first irrationalism. Then they said the same thing Kausalya will do. Hey Raja, curse you. Can you believe she is Mahapativrata? Kausalya is such a Pativrata and she curses her husband. So affection, possessiveness, defensiveness, irrationalism, and then every mata is good, dhanya. So they comes to some rational sense. All these in this sarga. So what is happening? So it happened. I didn't believe. I was just thinking only Das has afternoon to even browse what is happening in the mind. Because morning I teach some other classes. That's good. Weekends go in a way sattvic. So then I was thinking, oh, what a coincidence. Kya sanyog hai, lajawab. So what happened? So the affection is such for Ram, our Lakhan, our Sita, not only Dasaratha. Putrepi, putrepi, ragaveti, putreti, ragaveti. She used to cry. That is where we are. Putreti, putra, Raghava, Kausalya cries. Not only Kausalya cries. The trees and rivers and streams and the even plants cry. Vishayete Maharaja Rama Vyasana Karshita Api Vrikshaha Parimlana Supushpankura Koraka Purvakata. So the separation not only brings this kind of a somber mood to living creatures, even for creatures which don't have the sixth sense like us. The Vyasana Karshita, the suffering due to the Vyasana, the separation of Ram, makes the seed not to spring up. When the seeds don't spring up, plants don't come. When the plants don't come, bushes don't come, flowers don't do. Valmiki says this. Vishayete Maharaja. Hey Dasaratha, in your land, have you seen what is happening? Vishayete, in your land. Vishaya mane desh, Vishaya mane samachar. Vishayete te Maharaja Rama Vyasana Karshitaha Api Vrikshaha Parimla. Withered, Parimlana means withered. Api Vrikshav Parimlana Supushpankura Korakaha. Even Pushpa is not blossoming. Ankura, sprout is not coming. And when the sprouts don't come, buds don't come. When the buds don't come, flower don't come. Supushpa Ankura Koraka mane buds. So this is the state of Ayodhya. So where are we? So what is most importantly, it is natural for mother to cry for the separation of their boy. But which mother-in-law? Maybe Milli's mother-in-law is like that. So Milli's mother-in-law treats Milli as her daughter. So too, Kausalya says, forget Ram, I cannot bear the separation of Sita. That is the stature of mother respect given in Bharat Desh. In Western world, they have created this second Sunday of May. President Woodrow Wilson did that. But in India, every day is Das did it, and I see the Pratyaksha. Every day when I went to school and college, after Deva Puja, no matter, we have to take a bus. Life is not that easy like here. Upper middle class. So I didn't have a car. It's Satya, what I am saying. But every day after Devata Pujan, Sandhya Vandanto Kartam. Anyway, after Devata Pujan, I used to protest to my mother. I used to fall at her feet daily before going to college. That is what took me to the halls of Harvard and MIT, lecture at Harvard. When I was doing my PhD, I was invited to go to Harvard. Anyway, so what I am saying is that is due to Matru Vatsalya and Matru Pujanam. Yatra naryastu pujyante ramate tatra devataha. Yatra itastu na pujyante sarvaha tatra aphala kriya. So, yatra naryastu pujyante tatre ramate devataha. All the devatas including Brahma, Brihaspati, they will be pleased. Yatra naryastu pujyante, that is Sanatana Dharma. What else to say? Ucha Dharma, Sreshta Dharma. Here we dedicate one day. That day they make a facade. Okay, it gives job to flower wala. That is fine. But India mein aisa nahi. Yatra naryastu pujyante tatra ramate devataha. Ramante devataha yatraitu na. Where there is no respect to mother, whatever karya you do becomes asafala, Shastra says. So, Rama was so affectionate to Mata Kausalya, and Mata Kausalya was basically nothing but Ram and Sita. So she is so attached, and she could not bear the separation. So she cries, Hey Rame, Hey Putre. She just cries. Then Sumantra says, Sumantra could not pacify Mata Kausalya. She could not. Viduta shokam parihritta manasa maharshi ate pati suvyastitaha. Vane rata vanyapalashnav pituhu shubham pratigyam paripalayanti te. We have come there. The 60th Sarga finishes. Vido, ye Mataji Kausalya, trust me. I don't know how to pacify you. Vidu yashokam parihrittamanasa maharshiyate pati suvyavastitaha vanerata vanyapalashnav pituhu. He had done that to save dharma. Pituhu shubham pratigyam paripalayanti te. They have done this, Mata, just to keep dharma tatapi sutena suyuktavadina nirvaryamana sutashoka karshita nachaiva devi virarama kujitat priya iti putra iti cha raghava iti cha. I told you, this is Bhagavad Sankalpa. We never planned. Same thing, Mother's Day, the sloka flows. Priya iti he putra iti cha raghava iti tatapi sutena suyuktavadina. She could not be stopped. She says, Hey Priya, Hey Rama, Hey Putra, Hey Raghava iti cha nirvayamana suta shoka karshita. The one who is engulfed shoka karshita, is engulfed with the separation sorrow. Can you believe? Ramo, Ramo, Ramo iti prajanam abhavan katha. The entire place was Ram, Ram, Ram. If that is the case, people didn't have life. All they had was Rama. And if you are separating separating a 24-year dharmic person, Vare dharma vare, Valmiki says, Pare dharma, the one who is a follower of Dharma Pantha, who is a Manushya Shrestha, he has been asked to go to the forest. How the people in Ayodhya are keeping their life? Nirvayamana shuta shoka karshita. He could not pacify Mata's shoka. That's what I said. Today's lecture, perfect fitting. Matru Vatsalya Mahatva. She goes to the extent, curse Dasaratha. Nachaiva Devi Virarama Kujitat. Yelling and beating. Priya iti putra iti cha ragaveti. So they were all beating their chest and crying. Could not do. Why? Because Rama Ratikaro Pituhu. Rama means who melts us. Look at this. Rama Ratikaraha Pituhu Matuhu. He is the one who melts Ratikara. He melts people. Rama Ratikara Pituhu Swayambhu. Who is he? Nothing but Valmiki says only one sloka. He says Rama is nothing but Swayambhu, Data, Vidata. Teshamapi Mahateja Ramo Ratikara Pituhu Swayambhu iva bhutanam babuva gunavattaraha. So they were not able to bear the separation. Who was Kaikeyi? Tato yajna samapte tu rutunam shat samatyashu tatascha dvadashe mase. 12 months, everybody, that is the reason there is matas are living gods. I always tell my son, mother is a living god, pratyaksha devata. Even the worst man on earth, he would have killed 10 people. But when he sees his mother crying, his heart melts because that garbha udara sambandha. 10 months, can you believe? This much big body she is carrying with no expectation. How many times that baby would have hit that mother in the womb? She rejoices it. Oh, today my son, my baby girl did not beat me. Should I sleep that side? Should I drink water? That is the thing, the pain. Matha, Janani will come thus. Tatascha dvadashe mase. Why Kausalya was so affectionate? Everybody only carries 10 months. But it is Sankalpa that Ram wanted to be in the Udhara of Mata Kausalya, that Pathivrata, for 12 months. Everybody is only 10 months. And Shastra says 2 months in father, and then that transforms into the Shishu. That is 2 plus 10 is 12. That's another mathematics. But here, because he is a Devata, Swayambhu Iva Babuva. So he wanted to enjoy the womb of that Mata, Kausalya, Devi, Dharma Devata, for 12 months. Tatascha dvadashe mase chaitre navamike tito nakshatre aditi deye swachhamana samsteshu panchashu graheshu karkate lagne vakpati induna iva pro. Who is he? The Vatsalya is like that. Why the bondage is? Because he is nothing but Swayambhu. He has to be a model, epitome of a boy and a son, and she should be an epitome of Mata, because Prodhyamane Jagannatham Sarvaloka Namaskritam Kausalya Janayat Ramam. She begotten Prodhyamanam Jagannatham Sarva Devata. So that is the reason you could see this kind of a Vidho Viduya Shokam. She could not. Hey Dasaratha, what have you done? You have put the entire people in Ayodhya in this kind of shoka. Vanam gate dharma pare rame ramayatam vare kausalya rudati swarta Bhartaram iva bravit matru vatsalya. She is, hey Dasharath, what have you done? Vanam gate. I know my son is Dharma Pare, who walks on Dharma, breathes Dharma. Valmiki will say, because Rama breathes Dharma, when he takes Niswasa, mouth, no smell, it was like the essence of lotus. I didn't say. Whereas we have to brush 2 teeth, and if you become more than 50, you have to mandatorily go and do teeth cleaning at least 2 times a year based on your insurance. But what Valmiki says, the mouth was, when he gives the Nishwasa, when the breath comes out of Rama, it is like the fragrance of a lotus flower. We'll see that. Such a Vatsalya she is going to say, sloka by sloka matru vatsalyam, like you give affection to your 2 daughters, Danyavo. So, Kausalya rudati swartha mane artha. It is for the artha, the separation. She is crying and crying. How did she cry? It's like as if the gopis, when Akrura came to take Krishna and Baladev to Mathura, they said, curse this Lord, curse this Devata. Aho vidata tavana kvachid daya. You didn't have any daya. Hey Vidata, hey Supreme. The same thing, Rudhati. They were beating their chest and crying, hey Devata, hey Vidhi, hey Daivatam, hey Kal. Why? You don't have any shred of daya. Aho vidata. Dashamaskanda, Bhagavata. Aho vidhata tava na kvachiddaya sanyojya maitra pranayena dehinaha. You make us attached to Krishna and then you make us separate from him. 10 years they had been with him. It was not enough for them. And then, that is a pity. I don't know why Vyasa wrote it like that. Afterwards, there is no incidents where these 5 lakhs, they say in Gokul there were 5 lakhs Gopa Kanyas. 5 lakhs. Don't ask me whether it could accommodate or not. That means innumerable number of bhaktas. Right? If you go to Vrindavan and Mathura, you can see that even today. After this, when Akrura took them and crossed the Yamuna, they never had an opportunity to see Krishna. Never. Total separation. Sanyojya maitra pranayena dehina tansha kritartane viyungshapa apartakan viyungsha. All this attachment we had with Krishna is gone. What is the purpose of this union? It happened. That is the reason Vyasa or the katha never goes as if these gopikas got reunited. No. Vikriditam te. Is this your play? Hey Krishna, is it your play? Abharka. Arbhaka cheshtitam yata. Is this Arbhaka mane bhalaka? Hey Vidhi, hey Devata, hey Krishna, is this your playful act as a bhalaka? We are not going to see you. So that whole, the entire Gokula was immersed in sorrow. It was like Angane, Madhavam, Changana, Madhavam. The previous fall was so effulgence. People were holding hands and dancing Rasa Leela, Garba. That's what Gurjara Deshme, you play the Garba dance. No, that is it. Gopika Gana, Gopika Geet. Anganam, Madhavam, Changanam, Madhavam. One Gopika Krishna, one Gopika Krishna. They play interplay with that dress unfurling thing. So, this is your vikriditam te arbhaka cheshtitam yata. So the same kind of mood Vyasa brings what Mata Kausalya went through. Hey Dasaratha, who are you? You didn't have any sense. She show 4 slokas. If you dissect, you will know the emotion what Valmiki is creating. Yadhyapi trishu lokeshu pratitam te mahad yashaha sanukrosho vadanyaha cha priyavadi cha raghava. Everybody is praising you. You are so compassionate. Anukrosha mane anukampa mane compassion. Yadhyapi, it is said, I'm not believing. But look at her, she's a Mahapativrata. But she says, now I think I should believe, but I'm not able to believe. Yadhyapi trishu lokeshu pratitam te mahadyashaha. If it's so that you are known in all 3 lokas as a man of compassion, sa anukroshaha, vadanyaha, benevolent. Priyavadi, always Priyavadi. E Raghava, E Raghukula Tilaka. Here Raghava is Dasaratha. Katham Naravara Shreshta Putrautau Sahasitaya Dukkitau Sukha Samvriddhau Vane Dukkam Sahishyata. You see Matru Vatsalyam. Look, Mother's Day is Parama Pavanam. Whoever is listening, I'm not telling, their Putra Pautra Santanam will ever be blessed. Take my word. Because Ramayan, I believe in Ramayan. She says, Katham Naravara Shreshta. What is this? Everybody praises you. To me, no. Putrau tau sahasitaya. Along with that 18-year-old girl who is always known to sleep in Tempur-Pedic bed. Nothing else. I'm not saying Sukha Samvriddhau. They have been brought up. They have grown with every pleasantries. They never know what is unhappiness. Grown with all Sukha Samvriddhau. Vriddha mane to grow. Dukkitau. They are now suffering. Katham Naravara Shreshta Putrautau Sahasitaya Dukkitau Sukha Samvriddhau Vane. How will they be able to bear the pains of a forest? Imagine mother is pouring her heart. Then she will change her emotion. What? She is pleading, Hey Narashreshta, you have made these people to go to the forest. How will they be able to bear that kind of a hardship of an Katham Naravarashreshta Putrautau Sahasitaya Dukkitau Sukha Samvriddhau Vane Dukkam Sahishyata Sa Nunam Tarni Shyama Sukumari Sukochita Katham Utnam Cha Chitam Cha Maitilim Prashaishyati. The Matru Vatsalyam. Same thing, when your daughter is in Chicago, the other day, Srimati Hetal said, oh, it is cold for her. Of course, she is becoming a surgeon. Bless Dhanyaho. But she says, it's too cold. That Vatsalyam. Pratyaksha we are seeing, right? Sa Nunam Taruni Shyama. She is Nunam, Yuvati. Shyama. Shyama mane black. It's not about color. Shyama means black is always dense and thick. That means she is fully blossomed only as a yuva. Shyama Taruni. You should not take it as a black. Sita is never black. Rama is black. But Sita is not. Shyama Taruni means well blossomed yuvati. Sa Nunam Taruni Shyama Sukumari. Maki eulogy. Imagine Mother's Day. Valmiki says, who is she? Sukumari Shyama Taruni. Sukochita. Always been brought up and always expected good things. Sukochita, kyonki wo Mahalakshmi. Katham ushnam cha sheetam cha. How can she have the changes in heat and cold, day and night? All these Kala Chakra she is not used to, because even Devatas couldn't see her when she was in Janaka palace. Devatas couldn't see because she was so guarded and protected. So she was such a girl that not even the Devatas can see her. Only husband can see. Right? Even in Rajput it is like that even today. So how can she bear cold and hot climate? She cannot. How cruel. How cruel. Katham ushnam cha sheetam cha maitili prasahishyati. Mitala Kanya. Because why Valmiki says is Janaka brought her like that. Yam Sita Mama Suta. She was so proud when he gave her hand to Ram. Mama Sita Sahadharma Charitava. She is Dharmacharini. Like you. You sacrificed for your family. That's how everybody respects you now. So Sahadharma Charitava. Katham Ushnam Cha Sheetam Cha Maitili. That is the reason Valmiki puts Maitili. Prasahishyasi. How can she bear? So this is nonsense. The life is nonsense. There is a great Pravartaka. He is also like Das. Both professional as well as Sanatana Satmik Katha Vachak. In IIM Bangalore, imagine. I am at Texas Tech, he is at IIM. So his name is Professor Mahadev. When he comes this place, he says, oh, Valmiki indirectly says life is a nonsense. Morning it is one, evening somebody rushes to emergency. No control. It happens. But you should be positive. That is the reason Mata says, Kalyani Vatagateyam Laukiki Pratibhati me Yeti Jivantam Anandau Naram Varsha Sadadapi. That is Ramayan. All these are okay. One sloka Sundarakand pattern. They do Manas Sundarakand, but we do Valmiki Sundarakand. Valmiki Sundarakand punchline is Kalyani Bhatakateyam. Every man is said to live 80 to 100 years. Take it here and there. But in that 100 years of 360 days each, will he not have at least one day of sukha? Imagine that sukha has not come to you. Keep on living. What life lesson you need more than this? Mata ki vani. Kalyani batagateyam laukiki pratibhati me. Pratibha, hey Hanuman. That she tells to Mahajnani Mahapandit Hanuman. Hey Hanuman, listen, why I am suffering? One day Mera Prananath will come and he will take me. That is the reason. With that expectation I am living, because my parents and my Gurudev Sadananda has told life has to be lived. If you are living 100 years, at least one day you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Kalyani bhatagateyam laukiki pratibhati me yeti jivantam anandau. In this world, in this life, Ananda will come to you because we are going to live long. Naram varsha sadadapi dhanyavo. That is Ramayan, Mata ki vani. So, sa nunam tarni shyama sukumari sukochita katam mushnam cha shitam cha maitilim prasahishyati bhuktva ashanam vishalakshi supadhamsha anvitam shubham vanyam naivaram aharam katam sita upabhokshyate. Matru vatsalyam on a Mother's Day. I have fed my daughter-in-law with katta mita. I'm not saying. Supa mane, from there the word soup comes. Supa mane, Sanskrit mein, you make with pulse. Take it at sweet, Mysore Pak. Supa, from there the English word soup came. That means made out of lentil. Okay. And dhamsha means to bite. Katta. Like that pakoda and all that thing. So katta mita. Every day I had to feed her with grita made with pure ghee. Supa damsha anvitam shubham. Always shubham. Always it's not rancid oil or nothing. Shubham. Always with pure ghee. Desh. So desh gaon ki ghee. Like Gujarati cow. Girnar ka cow se उत्पन्न हुआ घृत से बनाया हुआ सूपा और धमशा भुक्तवा. She has been used to. Look at her. She is Mahalakshmi, and this lady of 59,000 years, I used to feed. Milli mother-in-law says, I used to feed her. I don't know. Hopefully. She used to feed her with all this Gujarati, what is it? I don't know. Some Gujarati good food. Take it like that. Bhuktva shanam vishalakshi. I used to see her rejoicing when she ate. I made the food. She used to eat. Valmiki says, when she eats my food, which is katta mita, her eyes blossomed. Vishalakshi. That means swadu. Itna swadu. But then she has to now go pluck the food by herself. Naivaram. Nobody made. It is on their own. We don't know who planted this tree in the forest. Naivaram. No care. Whereas here I myself made the food. Vanyam naivaram aharam katam sita upabhokshaye. Look, one whole sarga. The conversation between a dying man and this lady. Matru vatsalyam. Neither Giridhara nor Tulsi Maharaj did this. That is why Valmiki is Molaghata. Anyway, Bhuktva Ashanam Vishalakshi Supadhamshanvitam Shubham Vanyam Naivaram. Nobody cared for the food. It's all lying down, the fruits fall down, you pick it up. So who knows what is there? Vanyam Naivaram Aharam Katam Sita Upabhokshaye Gita Vaditra Nirgosham Srutva Shubha Anindita Katam Kravyada Simhanam Shabdham Sroshyasi Ashobanam. When we were trying to wake Sita and Ram, all the musicians used to play Gita Vaditra Nirgosham Srutva. She is always used to listening to Deva Dhundubi. She is always used to listening to Veena, Deva Dhundubi Gana. But Anindita, she is spotless. Mahadevi, Mahapativrata Sri. Katham Kravyada Simhasam. Kravyada mane uncooked. Can you believe she is going to now listen to the sound of the Vyagra and Simha, which eats uncooked, Paka Bhina, uncooked, Kravyada mane uncooked. Simha and all the forest animals eat without cooking. Such a low kind of food. Katam Kravyada Simhanam Shabdam. The Shabdam made by Simha, which is eating uncooked meat. Katam Kravyada Simhanam Shabdam Sroshyati Ashobanam. Ashobanam Katam Sravyam. She is now used to listening to all Dhundubi, Veena and Venugana. There she is going to listen to Ashobanam. unpleasant sound made by the low animals which eat uncooked food. Katam kravyada simhanam shabdam sroshyati ashobanam maha mahendra dvaja samkasha kvanushete mahabhuja bhujam parigah samkasham upadhaya maha. Then she comes to her son. You see, my son has bicep or tricep, I don't know what it is. She says, my son has the tricep like a Indra. I didn't say, it is there. Pariga samkasham, iron. It's like a iron. Like you, Nilesh. So it's like a iron bicep. Pariga samkasham. He used to, how can my son, who is having a bicep like that of Mahendra, can keep his hand as his pillow? Upadhanam mane pillow. Mahendra dvaja samkasham kvanushete mahabhuja. How can he sleep with his hand, which is as if like an iron pillar? Bhujam pariga samkasham. Pariga mane iron or heavy. Keep it like that. Bhujam pariga samkasham upadaya mahabala. How can you do? Look, matru vatsalyam. Sleeping. This woman worries about how my son is going to sleep in the forest. And Rama ramayatam varaha. Rama count. Rama Ramaitam. So Valmiki, wherever opportunity comes, when he talks about Mata, she used to talk about her Karuna. When he talks about Ram, he praises her Samudrika Lakshanam. So that is why Bhujam Pariga Samkasham Upadhaya Maha. Can he keep his arm, which is like a iron pillar? The biceps like an iron pillar. Can he keep that as a pillow? Come on, ye Raja, Muda. Padma Varna Suko Sukesha Sukeshantam Padma Niswasam Uttamam. I told you. Many years back, Das read. But Iski Karuna, I told you, no. His swasa, when he breathes and rebreathes, it's like the fragrance of a lotus. Padma Niswasam Uttamam. Uttamam Padmam Niswasam iva. Padma Varna Sukesham. His Sukeshantam, the end of his hair, alaka. His alaka is kakapaksha darau virau. So it's like a matta madangagaminam atita priyadarshanam pumsam chitta apaharinam ramam pumsam chitta apaharinam ramam athiva priyadarshanam ramam. Dasharatha praises, and here now Kausalya praises the Samudrika Lakshanam. Padma Varna Sukeshantam is glittering. When you take the lotus leaf in the morning, when the sun falls and the droplets are on the lotus Padma leaf, Padma Padra, it glitters like that. His hairs are like that, even though it is matted. Imagine, Kausalya knows by the time that Rama has become like a mendicant, wandering from one place to other with his hair matted with the banyan tree chira, but still Matru Vatsalyam. She could not even think that her son is wandering as a mendicant with the hair matted. But she says, Padma Varnam Sukeshantam Padma Niswasam Uttamam Kada Drakshyami Ramasya Vadanam Pushkare Kshanam. Oh, Dasharatha, when will I see him back with Padma Kshanam, with a man with a lotus eyes? Kada Drakshyami Ramasya Vadanam, face Pushkare Kshanam, like a lotus petal. When will I see his face? When will I see Vajrasaram Ayam Nunam Hridayam Mena Samshaya Apashyantya Yad Vai Phalatidam Sahasrada. Phalatidam Sahasrada. Why my heart is not breaking into 1,000 pieces? Why? Why na phalati idam sahasrada? Why my heart? Why I had to be here? She wanted to be Sumangali, so she wanted to go before her husband, but that is not happening. But anyway, so why phalati idam sahasrada? Why my chest is not breaking into 1,000 pieces? Yatvaya karunam karma vyapokhya mama bandhava nirasta paridhavanti sukai kripanavane. You have made me, isolated me from my bandhus. Mama bandhava vyapokhya. My bandhu is only Ram. राम नाम सत्य, मेरा तो राम ही है, एक बंधु, माता पिता च त्वमे माता च पिता च त्वमेव बंधुश्च सखा त्वमेव. To me it is only Ram. After how many years? 58,000 years she begot this, and she is letting him go for no fault of him, for no fault of her, fault of Dasaratha. Vyapohya mama bandhavaha nirasta paridhavanti. You have made them wander. Paridhavanti vane. As a mendicant, Sukai Kripana Vane, Sukai Kripana. They are stingent, they don't have any Sukha, miser of goodness. That means they are wandering with nothing. And you separated. Hey Papi, you separated me from my Bandhava, Vyapokhya Mama Bandhava. Imagine such a lady, Mahapativrata. She used to take care of Agnigara every day, Agni Santan, Vajapeyi. That Valmiki will. How is Kausalya? If you have to take the sorrow of a Mahapativrata who knows the in and out of Vajapayam, who knows the in and out of Jyotishtoma, who knows the in and out of every Nitya Agnihotra, which will come, she will say, the Somalata will fade, the Yupa, and she even will do the, if my memory serves me, 30 years back, but when I read it will come. So she even will give the name of the tree which is used to make the yupa for doing the Vajapaya Homa. I think this will come in the Sarga. So that kind of a Pativrata is because of the affection, she is losing her kind of a balanced rational sense. What did I say? Affection. Now she is losing rationality. So she is going to curse her husband. Yatvaya karunam. What's your dharma? You are saying dharma paripala trishilokeshu. You are known everywhere, but what is your dharma? You have left them wander. Nirasta paridhavanti sukai kripana vane yadi panchadashe varshe ragave punareshyati jahyad rajyam cha kosham cha bharato na upalakyate. Then she shows her anger. Now the second emotion comes. Look, he will come on the first day of the 15th year, because the rule is only to be in the forest for 14 years. Yadi panchadashe varshe, on the 15th year, the first day, the dawn of the 15th year, he should be here. Okay? Yadi panchadashe varshe raghava punareshyati. If he comes back, jahyad rajyam cha kosham, he will relinquish the rajyam. He will relinquish the wealth. He will relinquish Ayodhya, Sri, Bharatana upalakyate. He won't worry about what Bharata is caring for. Bharata is not like that. What did I say? She is a Mata, typical Mata. She becomes irrational and she starts thinking Bharata is not going to be an obedient brother. The whole Sarga is Matru Vatsalyam. She says, this Bharata is going to take away the kingdom. He's going to make me Bandi. Kaikeyi is going to rule the world. Then why would Rama care for this Ayodhya or the wealth? Heck, Jakhyat, he will quit. Relinquish. Jakhyat rajyam kosham cha bharatana upalakhyate bhojayanti kila sradhe kechit svaneva bandhavane tataha paschadi samikshante kritakarya dvijarshabhan. Beautiful. She brings, that's what I said, it comes. She says, hey Raja, I'm telling you, you are telling that everybody is thinking that Rama will come back after 14 years. He will come back. But he is not going to taste any of this Rajya Shuka, because she gives one Shastra here. When somebody is doing Shraddha, Shraddhaya dheyam iti Shraddha. Milli ji asked one question. Shraddhaya dheyam iti Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Pitrikar. Shraddha, you have to give it to people. And whom you should give? There is a common understanding that you should bring a Brahman, Dhuja, and give. Brahman is okay, but you should give the people who have learnt the Vedas or who are done Brahmavit and who know the true meaning of Vedas. That means you need to give it to a true person. She says this. But even in Treta Yuga, people are twisted people. When somebody dies, you have to give Godhan, you have to give Swarnadhan, you have to give Bhudan. If you are a Brahman, the duties are more. Its minimum is 13 days. Prathama. Karya is 13 days and every month until you go to the Abdhiga Shraddha. Anyway, it's a hectic thing. You have to keep on giving. Because that is how the society ran. Because Brahmins are not supposed to do anything. Yajanam, yajanam. Dhanam, parigriham. Patanam, patanam. You have to teach, you have to learn. You have to do yajna and you have to make others do yajna. You have to give, you have to take. Only you can do 6 jobs. Don't ask me what I am doing. But at least I am reading Ramayana daily. Take it like that. Yajno vai Vishnuhu eto Vishnu katha. इसीलिए ये तो यज्ञ है, सभी यज्ञ करते हैं. So what you say? But when you are inviting Brahmana, she gives this. Those days people were greedy. So all this Swarna and Bhandar sabhi ko bantna. So they won't invite learned Brahmin. They will invite their brothers, their wife's brother, their father-in-law, their bandhus and bandhavas, so that the money doesn't go outside their clan. It keeps on rotating. You do Sraddha, I go to your place. I do Sraddha, you come to me. Irrespective of the knowledge of that person who is a bhokta. That's what she says. Bhojayanti kilasrarde kechit vaneva bandhavane tataha paschad. If that is the case, you want to protect the money. So you don't want all these benevolence to go outside your clan. Okay? Keep it to you. I come, you do. I come, you do. Like this. If that's the case, and one day you got some understanding out of the blue, you wanted to invite a good Veda Pandit. We lack in this town, so don't ask me. Whatever you have, you do. Okay. Then one guy said, oh, I have been doing this mistake. Why don't I bring a good Brahmana from the next place? Rajkot se, kyun mai? Or Dwarka se, kyun nahi? Dwarka mein Shukla Vedi. In Gujarat, there are two Vedas, Brahmanan, Shukla Yajurveda and Shama Veda. Why don't I bring those Pandit? And if that Pandit in Dwaraka knows that you have been doing this mischief, they won't come and eat. Because it has been eaten for many years by non-qualified, unqualified namesake Brahmana. Bhojayanti kilasrarde kechit vaneva bandhavan. You have been giving it to bandhus who are not learned. Tataha paschat samikshante. Why would people, kritakarya, who are the people, kritakarya, who are good people who are doing according to Shastra, kritakarya dvija rishabhan. You want to dvija rishabhan. You want to bring a most pious Brahmana. So many people have anger on me in this town. I don't go to people's house and do any karma. Once Sanchasan I said, if you come to a temple like this, I will do for you. But I don't go to places. Because I inherit Papa. If I do Sraddha Bhojana, I have to do so much Gayatri Japa. I can't spend time doing it. So I don't go. So some people don't like. Anyway, that is okay. So, but that is the thing. Then why would people, that is the reason I don't go to people. Okay, houses. So, but then why would the people from Dwaraka come to your place? They won't even come and take your bhojana. Tataha paschat samikshante kritakarya dvija rishabhan. Why would they come? Tatraye gunavantascha vidvantascha dvijayacha na paschate abhimanyante sudham api suropama. Even the learned people, gunavan, good people, pious people, vidwan, dvijasharshaba, the people, mighty brahmanas, na paschate abhimanyate, they don't care for your food, even though you give in swarnagata, sudham api suropama. You give that kind of a suropana, ambarosa, you give a nectar, everything is madhu, shuddha ghee se bana hua khana. They won't come, they won't eat. It's not their doing. Because you have done this Sraddha with people who had not learned it. So Brahmana is not by birth. That's what Valmiki says. Brahmana is by guna. Brahmana is by jnana. That is why I tell to people here, do not fall at Das' feet. Only him. Now everything I follow according to Ramayana. That is Pratyaksha. Say, Gunavantaha vidvantascha dvijataya na paschate abhimanyante sudham api suropama. Even they make the house like Sudhama. Pious. That whole 1 month, like in Adhikamash, they expect the Pitrupaksha. House is always they only use grass-fed milk. No meat. Nothing. So nothing. But even then, Sudam, the house becomes Sudama. It's like a Indragriha. Even then, people won't come. Likewise, this lady, Kausalya, that means how many times she should have been with her husband doing this Pitrikarya. So she knows in and out what to do, what not to do. She says, it is like this, Rama, you had given this to Bharata. Kutila Buddhi, Kaikeyi's son. Because Bharata is not like that, Ram. But Matru Vatsalyam, so the emotion, anger. You have given this kingdom to Bharata. who has been begotten by the wicked lady Kaikeyi. It's like as if you are done Shraddha to using unqualified person. Then how can you expect qualified person from Narmada Theer to come and have bhojan in your place? Hey Maharaj, likewise Rama will not even see this kingdom. Let this kingdom go somewhere. Tatra ye gunavantascha vidvantascha dvidatayah na paschate abhimanyante sudama api suropama brahmaneshu api tripteshu paschate bhoktum dvijasharshaba nabhyupetu malam pragnya sringachedam iva rishabha. Beautiful. So once she says, learned Brahmins will not come and eat the place, likewise Rama is not good. Hey Dasaratha, have you not gone to forest? What happens in the early morning? Because Gujaratis would know this happens on the Narmada Tat, Tapti Tat in Surat and places. Das goes to Gujarat quite often. In fact, Danyu, when Modi ji was a chief minister, it's all there, Times of India, everything covered. He used to conduct Vibrant Gujarat, attracting people from all over the world. He used to invite me, thus. That is the reason 2 years back, the current Chief Minister, Bhupendra Bhai Patel, gave me the highest award in that field, which was once given to Vikram Sarabhai. Anyway, that's a side story. So my connection with Gujarat is good. Now I am able to read Gujarati also, little bit. Anyway, so what he says, in that if you graze the morning, she brings this, how learned this lady is. Morning, the cows go and graze the field. It's a breakfast. When that cows go and graze the field in the morning, so always they will, this is the trick, the cowherds knows. So when the cow means female, when the cow goes and grazes the field, it becomes happy, goes to the cow shed and it sleeps. Then if they let the Rishabha, the bull, to graze, it will not. Because it will not eat. Shringachedam iva rishabha. When it sees that the top of the grass has been already grassed by goat or cow, I am taking cow. Shringachedam. Shringam mane tip. Imagine. It is there. You talk to any veterinary people, they know that. So when you see the grass edges are being cut, Shringachedam. Shringam mane tip. Tip of the grass being cut. Because of the grazing by the female cows, the Rishabha, the bull, will not come and touch it. One example she gives. Likewise, you are doing, the Shraddha has been done with unqualified person, why qualified Brahmanas will come? Second example, you let the cows graze before the Rishabha graze. How would Rishabha? Ram is like a Rishabha. This land has already been ruled by Bharata, son of the Nicha Buddhi Kaikeyi. How could you expect Rama to come and graze like Rishabha expected to graze after the cows eaten the tip of the grass? Not possible. Then she brings a beautiful lesson. I didn't know this. When I read Ramayan, I came to know that in the forest, wolves and jackals don't go and hunt. Very rarely. They will only look for things which have been hunted by the tiger and the Simha. So female lion goes and hunts, feeds her husband, then it's left over. That is why they call this jackal is like Kutila Buddhi. It will sneak. The wolves and jackals will sneak into the gufa of Simha, male lion, which has eaten for 6 months and sleeping. It will go and snatch away the leftover food. Rama is not a jackal. Rama is a Simha. Simha and tiger will only eat the food got by them. That is why tiger chases, and it has to kill the animal, deer, and then only eat. Whereas it will not. Jackal is such lazy. It won't go and hunt. It will go sneak and eat. That she case. That I don't know how Valmiki knew. He tells this. He tells this. Na parena akritam bhakshyam vyagraha kaditum ichhati. Na parena, the one that is being hunted. Na parena akritam bhakshyam. The one that is acquired by some other Nicha jantu like fox and jackal. Na parena akritam bhakshyam vyagra kaditum ichhati. Na ichhati. Don't you know, Dasaratha, don't you know that a tiger will not eat the food hunted by some other animal like jackal. Evam eva naravyagra paralidam namansyate. Likewise, naravyagra, my son Rama, what did I say? Affection we have seen, then anger we have seen, possessiveness. My son is a naravyagra, possessiveness. One sarga, all the emotions of Mata Shri comes. Mera ladla, evam eva naravyagra, paralidam, which has been touched, which has been consumed, which has been occupied. You take it anyway. Paralidam. Here paramane Bharata. Bharata leadam rajyam na mansyate. He will not prefer the land ruled by Bharata, who is begotten by the Kutila Buddhi Kaikeyi, who is nothing but a jackal and a wolf. Na parena aghritam bhaksyam vyagra kaditum ichchati na ichchati. Evam evan aravyagra paralidam na mansyate. Evam kaniyasa bhrata bhuktam rajyam vishampate. Bhrata jeshta varishta cha kimartam na avamansyate. Why would he not discard the land ruled by Kanishta Bharata? Evam kanisyasa bhrata bhuktam rajyam vishampate raja dharmatma, don't you know? Evam kanisyasa bhrata bhuktam rajyam vishampate bhrata jeshta vari. But wow, who is my son? Jeshta varishta. Look at that possessiveness. My son. Bhrata, jeshta bhrata. My son is the eldest. Varishta, shrestha. Kimartam na vamsyate. Why would he not discard? Don't you know? He would discard. I have given you so many examples. Avirajyam purodashaha kusha yupaha chakadira. That's what I told you. She tells. It's like this. You are building a yupa for a havan made out of kadira tree. Kadira is a tree. Katupa. They call it as katupa. In Tamil we call it as something. There are Palasa, Kadira and Bilva. The Veda says if you have to build a Shamyana, awning for a yajna, the pillar, the yupa should be made from Bilva tree. Bilva means Mahalakshmi Swarup. Palasa. Third one is Kadira. Okay, this Kadira is used in Ayurvedic medicine. Why they build it? Shastra says when some smoke comes at the end of the yajna, it is called avabhrita snana. After they do all the yajna, vasante jyothishtome jete, it gives. So the society has to run. So every spring you have to do jyothishtoma yajna. When you have to do your jyothishtoma yajna, you have to bring advaryu, you have to bring udghata, you have to bring all these different kind of people, priests, and when they have to also build these awnings and these temporary huts. So that gives job to mason. Then you have to bring this majja of a swepta aja. That means now they don't do. In those days they did. So you have to get the white goat and take the majja, the muscle. The muscle and the bones are attached by one kind of a gum that is known as majja. So it is not there everywhere. It is very difficult to find. So you give job to the butcher to get that majja, and then you have to make so many pots. You have to make so many clothes. You have to feed so many people. So the society ran. So likewise, every term they had different kind of yajna. And when they build this yajna, the smoke will come. And at the end of the day, it is 7 days. If it is Vajapayam, it is 7 days. And the yajna goes up to 16 days. After 16 days, the entire place, acres, in acres they would do. Because the entire city will come, you have to feed, clothe them, and all this natya, nritya, gana. And there is also job for people like me, katha, vachak. That's how Bhagavatam came. When these Sanakadi rishis did this yajna, 1,000 years Satra Yajna, that's how Bhagavatam starts. In Nimishak Kshetre, they bring the people to read the story, like me, Katha. That will happen in the afternoon. So the society functioned like that. So everybody got a job. Okay, let's not go there. In the polity and the system, they used to burn it. Imagine, acres they will burn. When it burns, that smoke, it should not give this carbon emission. But it will give such a smoke which is good to your skin. Kadira tree, that is why they make this paste along with sandalwood with Kadira. Okay, so it is anti-inflammatory and it is also skin freshener. That is why they did. So Veda says, Bhilva Palasha Kadira Havihi Ajyam Purodasha means lice flower. Havir mane ghrita. Ajyam mane ghrita. Havis mane rice. Purodasa means rice powder. Yupa kadira na yetani yatayamani kurvanti punaradvare. Adhvaryu mane yajna. In Agnya, they won't go and pluck that yupa made out of kadira tree, or they won't take the leftover purodasa from some other yajaman who is doing yajna and bring it. Yatayamani na kurvanti. Likewise, this has been already used by Hetal Parikh. And when Milli is also wanting to do, she won't go and borrow that. She will make everything on her own. Likewise, don't you know, when you do the advaryu, dwar mane to kill, advar mane ahimsa. But what is ahimsa in yajna is different in the common sense. In yajna, pashu alabanam is agreed. Killing pashu for yajna sake is agreed. That's why even though you are doing pashu alabanam mane kill. So for yajna it is accepted. So it is called as ahimsa. It is not followed in Kali Yuga. Don't worry. Okay, it's not for us. Those are gone because we don't have the mental capacity, or we don't have that kind of a purity like those people who lived in that yuga. So in Kali Yuga, nobody does all this. Okay, we only recite mantra. Nobody does Aswamedha. It's only mantra patan. That itself equal to Aswamedha. Anyway, so likewise, if you want to do and Nilesh wants to do yajna, Nilesh should not go and give me leftover. Yatayamani mane traveling food, leftover. Take it like that. Yatayamani na kurvanti punaradvare. So give me leftover. You shouldn't do. Likewise, the Rajya is already ruled by Bharata. She thinks Bharata is greedy. So, do you think that we will go to somebody's place and take the leftover to do the advaram? To do the yajna, we won't do. Likewise, Rama is not going to take. So, emotions are changing, anger, and she is going to now curse her husband. Tatahi atma idam rajyam hrita saram suram hiva. Somebody went and stole the sura. Somebody went and sold the soma in a yajna. And then they are using it. Somebody went to somebody's yajna place and stole the surapana, sold the soma. Somalata. Likewise, you have to, na abhimantum alam rama nashta somam iva advaram. Somebody has kept some soma left over. This Brahmana is Kutila Nichi Buddhi Brahmana. He goes there, sneaks and takes the soma. No. Do you think Rama will do like that? Na abhimantum halam Rama. I know Rama. Nashta somam leftover. Nashta somam mane leftover. Soma iva advaram na yevam vidam. Asatkaram ragavo marshayishyati bhalavaniva shardhula bhale bhalader abhimarshanam. Don't think Rama is like that. Rama is not the one to be cheated. Do you think my Rama is like an ordinary Vyagra? What is the weakness of an elephant? What is the weakness of the tiger? This sarga shows the mettle of Valmiki. I didn't know. Tiger is very weak in his tail. Bhalade mane tail. Langulam, tail. Monkey. If you pull the tail of monkey, it gets anger. Similarly with the snake. The tail of the snake, you touch it, that's it. Similarly, tiger. What is the weakness part of a tiger? Bhalade. Shardhula bhalade iva. Rama will not do that. His valor will not be disturbed by doing cheap things. Na evam vidam asatkaram. This is asatkara to Rama. The tiger is mighty. How do you disrespect tiger? By going and pulling his tail. Likewise, you are asking Rama to inherit the land which has been ruled by Bharata for 14 years. It is a disrespect to Ram. Imagine how many upamanas Valmiki gives, all sitting on the bank of Tamasa. We are living in an internet age. We are living in the modern age. Do we know all these happenings in the world? That is Rishi. Mantra drashtaraha Rishi. They can sit and think. So, na evam vidam asatkaram ragavo marshayishyati balavaniva chardhula balavaniva. You are disrespecting a tiger. What is the weakness part of an elephant? Backside. That's why lion always goes, because you can't confront a elephant face to face. It will come behind, tiger will come behind and hit the elephant in the back. Similarly, you pull the langulam, you pull the bhalade of bhalada mane, the tail of tiger, it becomes weak. Likewise, what you are trying to do is to take over the leftover kingdom. So many examples Mata Kausalya gives. from day-to-day occurrence, from sastric occurrence. Dhanyaho Mataji. On a Mother's Day, we now know the metal of Mata also. Naitasya sahita loka bhayam kuryum mahamrudhe adharmatviha dharmatma lokam dharmena yojayeti. Now she becomes defensive. Don't think my son is like that to come and take away the land left over. He is a Mahavira. Kuryam Mahamride. He can win over big people in a big battle. Bridamane battle. So, Naitasya Sahita Loka Bhayam Kuryam Mahamride Adharman. Why he wants to come back? She is defensive. Then somebody will ask Kausalya, okay, you say he doesn't want to touch this land. Then why is he coming back? He is coming back because he wants to show what is adharma and dharma. You have you have taken the land from Rama in an adharmic way. So he wants to come and show that he wants to entrust dharma in Ayodhya again. That is the reason he is coming. We have seen affection, we have seen anger, we have seen possessiveness. Now she is giving some answers, reasoning. Adharmatviha dharmatva lokam dharmena yojayet. Because this world has to be run by dharma, by rule. The rule is the eldest son should inherit the land. That too the eldest son like Swayambhu Iva, like the God himself, like Dharma, walking embodiment of Dharma, is going to come back after 14 years to take back the land. So we are seeing the Matru Vatsalyam, the pouring of the mental status of Kausalya. Who is Rama? Kausalya Supraja Rama. Pavamana Sududupatu Padara Indamulaku Ninama Rupamulaku Nitya Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Dhanyavo Mata Honko Bolo Siyavara Ramachandra Ji ki Jai.